For this problem, what we have to do is figure out what is the value of x. So that value out of 36 is equivalent to 12 over 54. So basically what we are doing is solving a proportion. Now, one way to solve a proportion is by setting up an equation and then solving for x in that equation. And the equation is based on the fact that when you cross multiply numbers in a proportion, you should come up with the same values. For example, let's take this very simple proportion. I'm going to set 1/2 equal to 3 over 6. Now we know that these are equivalent rates because 3 out of 6 can be reduced to 1/2, so we know that these are equivalent to each other. And when we cross multiply, notice we come up with the same product. 1 times 6 is a product of 6, and 2 times 3 is a product of 6 as well. And what we're going to do is take advantage of this fact to set up our equation. So let's go to our proportion and cross multiply 54 and x. And algebraically, we would write 54 times x as just 54x. And because these two rates are equivalent to each other, we know that this product will be equal to this product, or 12 times 36. So let me just write 12 times 36. Now we have an equation, and this equation states that the product of 54 and x is equivalent to the product of 12 and 36. So this is really just a statement saying that the cross products are equivalent to each other. Now, when isolating a variable or solving for x, what you want to do is do the inverse of what is actually going on. 54 and x are being multiplied, so we do the inverse of multiplication, which is to divide. So I'm going to take 12 times 36 and divide that by 54. Now notice that I did not multiply 12 and 36, and that is because I'm going to take advantage of cancellation here. For example, 36 and 54 have a common factor of 9. So I can say that 9 can be divided into 36 exactly 4 times, and 9 can go into 54 exactly 6 times. Now what I can do is take this 6 and cancel it with this 12. 6 goes into itself once, and 6 goes into 12 2 times. And whenever you have only a 1 as a denominator, you really can just ignore that denominator and just multiply what you have remaining at the top, which is a 2 and a 4. And 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So we can say that x is equal to 8 in this proportion. Now, another way of solving this proportion is just to look at the cross products and to identify where you have two numbers being multiplied. So let's just start with the 12 and the 36 because we have two numbers here and not two values this way. So straight away, we are going to write 12 times 36 as our numerator, and we are going to divide that by the number that is being multiplied by the x, which is 54. So with any proportion, you can start by cross-multiplying where you actually have two values and automatically dividing that product by the number that is directly across from the x when you cross-multiply. So now that we have this set up, we can right away start to use cancellation to reduce this problem. So we can say that 9 goes into 36 4 times and 9 goes into 54 6 times. And then we can say that 12 and 6 can be reduced to 2 over 1, leaving us with 2 times 4, which is equal to 8, which is what we came up with the first strategy that we used.